Folks, let me say thanks for taking the time to view this video and giving me a few moments to share with you some of my thoughts about how we as Polk County employees are trying to manage the business affairs through this COVID-19 virus challenge. Many of you look at the local news and the national news, and you know by now this is really a worldwide pandemic. Latest information I've seen says about 144 countries across the globe are now affected by a spreading virus. In the United States, all 50 states are affected by the virus. Most counties in Florida are reporting increases in the positive cases, but I would tell you that as of today, 20 of those counties, 20 counties across the state of Florida, are reporting no confirmed cases. On March the 16th, Polk County had no confirmed cases. A week later, now we have 13 positive confirmed cases. This is collectively telling us that we're dealing with a unique set of challenges that require some creative thinking and an adaptive workforce. And that's indeed what we think we have in place in Polk County today. What I would tell you is that we started our first round of closures on March the 16th. The second round of closures occurred, deep closures occurred on March the 21st. What I would say the new norm seems to be is that we are closed to the public, but we are open for business. And to do that, we've got to do that in a number of different ways. What I would tell you when it became real, I think when it became real to the citizens, was when we closed 100% of our park venues. And on top of what's happening locally and nationally, malls are closing, gyms are closing, fitness centers are closing, movie theaters are closing, restaurants are closing, coupled with students being at home full-time now, not in the schools, is that now there is no recreational venues, passive or active venues for them to go to. So I think it got real in the public's mind less than a week ago when we closed those passive and active parks. What I would tell you, what we're trying to do to deal with those things, several fronts. One, telecommuting. Look, we started telecommuting a week or so ago with a smaller number. We are ramping up this week. Totally, I think we're going to see about 350 of our employees that will be able to work full-time from home. We're going to make more use of teleconferencing, webinars, Zoom-type meetings. All of that is fair game and is open for as much and as often that we need to use that. What I would tell you, social distancing is the new work order. Every day, all day, we've got to practice social distancing. Along with that, I would say is that your workspace and your personal hygiene practices have got to be focused on. We'd like to believe that hand sanitizers, wipes, those kind of things, not just in the work areas, the common spaces, but in your personal workspace, not just at work, but even at home you need to practice those things. So what I'd also say is that we're going to get better at those things, but it is possible, depending on what the future holds, whether there's additional federal and or state directives that are coming our way, we may have to change those practices or add additional business practices to deal with that. Let me also tell you that part of my message today, and most importantly, I want you to know that from the county commissioners, from the county manager's office, from the division heads, and from your co-workers, we all deeply care about your personal well-being and the health and safety of your loved ones. Look, I truly understand that some employees may be experiencing some anxieties or may be struggling to help with family members who might be self-isolated or shut in. All of that. Look, even just today, going to the grocery store has become a challenge. Who would have thought that would have been the new norm, that challenges at a grocery store? Even our children being home for extended periods of time seems to be adding some unanticipated pressures on the family unit. Look, if you, a loved one or a coworker, if you think there are anxieties, if you think that there's just too much weight on your shoulders to bear, look, call 211. That is our United Way partner. They are connected with community services that are available. Just call them. They can certainly help you through those challenging times. Look, and if you don't want to call them, you just want somebody to talk to, call me. Call my office and I'll be glad to sit down and talk with you about anything at any time. You know, while I'm thinking about it, I want to extend a special shout out to the first responders. Look, these folks, they're on the front lines every day, all day, and they are certainly deserving of a sincere gratitude, not just from the citizens of Polk County, but from us as their co-workers in terms of serving the number of folks they serve 24/7, a special group of people in our workforce. Last thing I want to share with you is that, look, I want you to know, as an organization, Polk County government, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this crisis. We'll be fine. And part of that's because of the quality and the character of the employees that we have. Look, as employees, look, we care about the citizens we serve, and as coworkers, we really care about one another in the workforce. You know, I would say together we're really an unbeatable team. While the virus has temporarily slowed us down, it's not going to stop us. I want to say thanks for what you do every day, all day. And this is a time to kind of take a step back, take a deep breath. You've got to remain optimistic about where our future is. You've got to support one another at different times. We got to stay the course. And what I would say is my commitment to you is I will update you as things change. But I'll say until next time, God bless each of you and God bless Polk County.